Are there black people in this chat right now? I can't tell. Yo, I
gotta make sure there is.
I love you guys. Yo, you guys are listening, and I love you guys so much. But we're like talking about something serious. So I'm like, I don't want to talk about shows or like being, like artist stuff. Why? I don't know which black people are in here, but I want you guys to talk up right now. Why do we?
Oh, I saw it here. I heard something drop.
Why are we being so mean to Jules? Why are we being so mean to white people right now? That's a serious question. Why is it that we're allowed to be disrespectful and rude to everybody else? And when anybody returns any type of energy to us, that's not equality. I don't want to be treated like I can't take a joke. I just went through the fucking Chappelle shit, and I had to, like, in the moment, acknowledge that I was being fucking sensitive. You know what I'm saying? And that I need to be able to take a joke just like everybody else.
No.
That's what it is. People are allowed to say what the fuck they want. And I'm allowed to feel how I want, but it's like, am I gonna fight them or am I gonna accept what they have to say and keep it fucking moving? Why are, like, I only treat people that I don't respect and don't think that they can take a joke. I think that they're less than me. Those are the only people that I don't fucking say my honest opinion around. And that's disrespect. White people I see what you're saying. White people haven't been mean to us in the past. What are you gonna do about that? Tell me what you're gonna do about that. There's no answer other than gaining understanding and keeping it moving. That's some biblical shit.
Yo, bridging the gap, man.
You have to bridge the gap. I'm sorry, yo, I'm drunk as fuck right now, okay?
Good soul,
but I don't care. That's not helping. I've seen it. Yo, as we are an independent company, Golden Child is an independent company. As an independent company, me and my dogs right here, we have the opportunity to employ black people. We put so much money in black people's pockets, but also we put money in white people's pockets. That's just what it is. Yo, you guys are yo. All I'm saying,
you have a pure soul because your goal is love.
All I want is love. I'm gonna keep it honest and say what you guys want, but it's like, I truly believe in what I'm saying right now. I don't think that being sensitive to the point of not letting someone else say what they want around you. You can be offended. That's fine. Tell them that they're a piece of shit. But it's like, to not allow people to say what they want doesn't help you. You have to look, yo, are we winning right now as a culture, or like, are we on top of society? We're not. And you can't win the game by choosing to not accept the winning team's strategy. You have to acknowledge your strategy and then build a strategy on top of that. That will. I am black as fuck. I slept on a fucking park bench to get where I am right now. I went through it. We don't like that. We don't have that's not, being a victim doesn't get you paid. That's all I'm saying. And I just want us all to get paid. Tell me to shut up. I believe in what I'm saying. And I'm drunk as fuck. And people are freaking out right now. But I'm gonna say what I say because honestly,
it's all rooted.
I've said what I've said before, and y'all tried to cancel me, and I apologize like a bitch. I don't believe in that shit because I think you guys are wrong, and I think I'm right. And so I'm gonna say it, and you can cancel me. I'm making music right now. I'll put it out. You guys don't have to listen to it. Cancel me. Make me broke. You guys made me rich the last time, and I appreciate you guys for that. Don't listen to my next shit if you think I'm shit. Don't. I will go. It's okay. I'll go back under a rock. I don't need this. I believe in what I'm saying right now.
This should be case study 1.
This is case study 1, man. This is so irrational right now, but I don't care. Make me broke. Make me suffer for my opinion. I believe in it. And I was seeing, I saw that shit. Honestly, even I'm gonna keep it real. The Joe shit, I was mad. You know what I'm saying? I was mad. The same way I was mad in the room with But it's like, say what you want, bro. I believe we all be projecting all the time. And I think that Dave was projecting, and I think that Joe was projecting as well. Our own insecurities, that's what you can only, this is fucking Einstein shit, the theory of relativity. You can only speak about what relates to you.
Hey you guys, shout out to my sub EC that actually sent me this article regarding this whole Daniel Caesar situation, and I'm sure some of you are going to be like, who is this? Now, he's actually a singer that is originally from Canada and Ontario, so I am completely offended by this, and he is also of Caribbean descent. I believe he comes from a Bayesian and Jamaican background. He is best known for these songs named Get You that he made with Caliucci, I think that's how you pronounce her name, as well as Best Part with Her. Now, it sucks because I was just getting into his music and he recently won a Grammy, so of course he's probably feeling himself right now. But as you guys can see in that video, we clearly do not need to support him any longer. In that trash video, Daniel Caesar also has defended the pale chicken YESJULZ, and this is very interesting to see the amount of black men who are coming to the rescue of YESJULZ, even though she is the one that initiated all of this. Only motivates me to encourage other black women and other black people to understand that these people that are in the entertainment industry, we cannot look for them to be these quote-unquote activists and look for them to unite with us. They're very self-serving, and they're in this entertainment industry to be able to appease their higher ups, which oftentimes are white. So I really feel like in these cases, people like Daniel Caesar are almost like given extra money or like told by the dominant society, hey, like she said these comments, I need you to come out and defend her because black people are mad, but I need you to show her some sort of solidarity. And even if that isn't the case, I'm not really shocked if he just did it on his own volition, because we have seen in the system of white supremacy, some of our own people are very much so colluding with our oppressor in order to further their careers that oftentimes don't last long at all. Now, if you saw in the video, he was trying to go out of his way to pull this whole black people are reverse racist, that we can't take a joke. Basically, we're always quick to talk about people. We could dish it, but we can't take it. But that's not the case here, that this is just a matter of jokes. First of all, she never stated that her statements were jokes. This is how she actually feels in regards to black women and black people. She did it in the trash rap that she did.
You don't let me start snapping on my on your neck. Should have never let me in. Miami like Cali. All I do is win. My feelings are hurting. Loaded. They walking around loaded. Their children are loaded. Small royalties afford the chains. Just from floated.
Ooh.
Never wanted a range or needed nice things.
Yeah.
Just want to see all my means growing.
Yeah.
Never been one for the fame. Just keep my head down and stay never not working.
Yeah.
Because my ass is fat and my skin ain't black. I'm the vulture that they never do nothing. They never give back. They keep killing blacks. Not really.
She did it with the racialized post with the t-shirt, asking for permission to wear this t-shirt that says N-words lie a lot, and her Twitter post where she said basically black women are jealous of her, and then she just kept doubling down on her statements like she did in the interview with Murda Mook. And she also attacked the two black women, Scotty Beam as well as Karen Civil, and I've yet to see the same amount of black men defending them the way that they have for YESJULZ.
That rhyme that you said, once you said,
My
skin is
fat.
not
But she's
Spanish.
But here's the thing, but people
No,
don't
no, no,
want
no.
her
She's
to be
Spanish. She's not even white.
But people don't want to.
No. Her skin. Look.
But listen. What color?
Are you Spanish?
I'm sorry.
You
what
Spanish?
color is Fat Joe?
Are you Spanish?
I'm Puerto Rican and Italian.
Then you black. Period. Take it from a nigga.
Can I ask a question
You
first?
good. That's all I want to tell
Okay,
you.
I know what you think. Can I see what she
good.
thinks?
That's it.
All right. Basically, you're changing your plans and having to like switch up how you're moving around because of that industry that you love and some of the feedback that you're getting. So obviously, how that feels can't be good. But like, how are you going to move forward? And what are your takeaways from any missteps that you had?
My takeaways are
You only got one shot.
that I should be a little bit more careful.
What
Just
would
like
you do? Oh no, I'm just saying.
I should
Eminem
be a
theme
little
song
bit more
behind it.
careful understanding my
Lose
platform
yourself
and the
in the
climate
music.
of where we're at right now in the country. However, what I've learned is that I need to stop saying sorry for things that I did not do that are wrong. And I have finally learned. I finally learned that because I think the only thing, my only regret is saying sorry and crying and being like, upset for the people that I upset that never cared or wanted me around in the first place.
So it's not like we just constantly went on the attack of YESJULZ and we just hate white people. Oftentimes white people initiate these attacks against black people, and we're always finding ourselves having to go on the defense mode. And this is white supremacy magic at its finest, because you can see that white people can initiate anything with black people. They can attack you physically, they can verbally abuse you, etc. And the moment that you react, you're automatically labeled as angry. And to know that Daniel Caesar is trying to perpetuate that stereotype is disgusting to me. And this is not the first time Daniel Caesar has tried to come out the sides of his neck at black people. He's actually made some problematic statements before in the past where he showed support for Candace Owens and Kanye West, and he basically tried to put on that, well, I'm not black American, so I don't really understand racism like they do, so I want to read you guys his statements. He said, I want to provide clarity and context to my statements from last night. I genuinely believe that you can combat hatred and ignorance with communication and understanding. Also respect and appreciate that there are a lot of people who don't agree with me, and I know now that I didn't articulate myself well, and for that I'm sorry that I offended so many people. I want to be clear that I'm not trying to co-sign anyone. I'm only advocating for dialogue between people who have different views. I only want to see my people prosper. I also understand that as a Canadian black man who grew up in a primarily white neighborhood, my dealings with racism might be different to that of a black American, and I have a different perspective. As an artist and a human being, I'd like to be able to express myself, and I have no problem with being told that I'm wrong. I'm only trying to broaden my understanding. It's my personal, for you to be as a songwriter, you couldn't spell belief, right? Okay. It is my personal belief that it's okay for us to disagree about how to fight hatred, but as long as we don't attack each other and we listen to each other's perspectives, we can all learn something. Now, unfortunately, I have to go there, and this definitely speaks volumes to the divide that some black Americans have with people of different cultures. I'm more so speaking about black people from different cultures who are in the diaspora. Unfortunately, what I have seen as a black American person, and I'm sure what other black Americans can attest to, is that sometimes you guys try to appear as if you can't relate to us, and you say it in a shady, snarky way, as if you are saying, oh, well, you guys experience racism, I don't experience that. As if you guys weren't dropped off in Jamaica after being stripped of your culture in Africa. As if you guys also don't experience racism in your respective areas. Even in terms of you living in a predominantly white neighborhood, you think that predominantly white neighborhood, you never experienced any racism. The thing is that it seems like you have been beaten down so viciously to become a submissive slave that you don't want to acknowledge it. Too many times I see this sort of mentality being taken on by black people who are from a different culture, because they feel as though racism and white supremacy is our fault, and that we are the ones who need to step up and stop bullying these good old white people, even though they're still shooting y'all down the streets just as much as they've been shooting us down the streets, especially in Canada. Like, I saw a report that in Toronto they've been having a lot of racialized attacks, so I'm not really sure why some of these black Canadians are over here acting like they don't experience racism, because they do. And even when I've been there, I've experienced racism from not only white people but also the Indians, so there is a mindset there where they have a low to no tolerance for black people. Secondly, I don't like how he's trying to promote the agenda that, yeah, white people could do this X, Y, and Z to you, but I'm getting paid out here. I lived on a park bench. What we need to do at this point is send him back on that park bench. We need to put the fear of God in these people, that if they ever feel like they can disrespect black women or black people in general, that there will be severe repercussions for doing so. I also don't like how he's trying to hide behind the whole, yeah, I'm drunk. You weren't drunk. You made very coherent statements. You knew that you said something similar last year and you were able to recollect those statements. So the fact that you're trying to pass this off as you being drunk is completely bullcrap. Also, all he really said in that video is that he believes that white people should be able to say whatever the F they want about black people, but black people better stay in their place. And that's just crazy to me, how with some of our own women, these men are slow to get up and protect us when we are under attack, verbally or physically, but sometimes even more so physically, you see them slow to jump in or slow to even render assistance. But let somebody even say something even remotely close about their beloved white Becky Ella, and they are there with the cape and she don't even ask for help. And it's hilarious because these same white women that they feel need all this help and assistance and saving, it's like some of these black men have a savior complex when it comes to these women. But the main thing that I notice is that when they need them to come out and defend them, they don't. All these women do is encourage you getting your hashtag shared around when you get caught up in some rape allegations or whatever that goes on, or if you get shot down by the police, they're the ones over there supporting it. When he gets drugged by Twitter, she's not going to say anything, the same way that she didn't say nothing with Murder Mook. Now, if you notice with the whole Dave Chappelle incident, which occurred not too long ago, he was quick to kind of speak up about him being offended by what Dave Chappelle had to say, where he joked and called him gay.
Caesar for the first time, you heard him sing a little bit.
Yeah, very gay. Huh? I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud? I'm just kidding.
Daniel Caesar is a musician from Toronto that I just met tonight. Black. I got jealous. I didn't know John had other black friends. Well, I'm teasing John. He have a ton of black friends, but he's amazing, and he's a musical guest tonight.
Well, yeah. You want to set up and we'll do this. We'll do the tune. You're not feeling it?
Not yet. No, Daniel, not yet. What I said? Yeah. Did I offend you? Daniel's from Toronto, and he literally.
Hold on.
He's literally.
Hold on. No. I'm drunk. Are both parties drunk?
No, we're all drunk.
Okay. Everyone is drunk. I'm the only sober person.
Oh my God! If I fist fight on your show, I'll be furious. Daniel, not yet.
Hold on.
Daniel.
Hold on.
Not yet.
Hold on a minute.
Oh yeah, I'm just setting up.
But Dave, identify for 1 second. This is what I want to do on my show. I have all these plush animals.
Are you?
Identify for. Do it on camera. Do it on camera.
Yeah, let's not.
Do it on camera. Dave, people just saw for a minute what happens when you speak freely and there's alcohol in your hand and you're working free association and you accidentally say something that trips someone's feelings up. Now you have
the wrong word is accidentally.
Of course it's excellent, but you have to clean it up. It's a 3-second cleanup.
No.
And I didn't like what Dave Chappelle did at the time because I don't like when black people try to clown another black person in front of a white person, especially somebody like John Mayer. John Mayer has said some very racialized things. So I want to read you guys some comments that John Mayer has made in the past, which has me kind of side-eyeing Dave Chappelle on why the freak he was even in the same room with him. In the past, John Mayer actually stated in a Playboy magazine interview, he said, someone asked me the other day, what does it feel like now to have a hood pass? And by the way, it's sort of a contradiction in terms because if you really had a hood pass, you could call it an N-word pass. Then the interviewer asked, do black women throw themselves at you? And then he said, I don't think I opened myself to it. My D is sort of like a white supremacist. I've got a Bennington heart and an effing David Duke blank. I'm going to start dating separately from my blank. Again, some of these people have confused themselves into thinking that these white men love us so much, they show us more favor, but no, they don't like you any more than some of our men don't like you. And when you ask them directly how they feel, they will tell you, but oftentimes they won't just come off the bat and just tell you. So they're a little bit more covert. But my point is that for Dave Chappelle to be around this person who has said these things, I'm side-eyeing Dave Chappelle, but also how in the video, yeah, he did admit I'm just being sensitive, but he did at least make an effort to be like, hey, like that's not cool or whatever it is that he had to say. But with white people, you just lay down and die, you just take it, and then you try to badger black people. This is the sickness that some of our people have. So here's what I think really needs to happen. If you feel as though Jules is being the innocent white woman and we're just attacking her and black people need to stop being racist, go let these racist white supremacists, YESJULZ, and all the rest of these people go and support your music. I'm not supporting it anymore. Now, collective canceling, it's sad that it appears that it works effectively on black women. I mean, look at what happened to Chrisette Michele when we found out that she was going to be performing at the Trump inauguration. So many black people got on the same accord and was like, we're canceling her, we're not buying her little weak $5 CDs from Target, we're not going to go and watch her shows, we're not going to book her. Everybody canceled Chrisette Michele, and she said she had so many complications. She suffered a miscarriage, she went into a massive depression. If we can use that energy on a black woman, we need to be able to do the same thing to a black man. I don't want to hear y'all coming here talking about, oh, well, what does canceling do? It actually does a lot. You better holler at Chrisette Michele and ask her, how does it feel? Secondly, I feel as though we need to stop always supporting these artists just because they're black. We need to start promoting us supporting black-owned businesses such as CarMarshal. They have over 100,000 cars in their inventory. While you shop, they will negotiate for you. I'll leave the link, so be sure to go down to my comment section to click on it. Also, please go and support ashkicking.com to get all of your personal hygiene related needs. If you use Parasolana at checkout, you will receive 15% off. Also, please go and support Keisha Rose Skincare for all of your edge care and skincare related needs. Those are the type of black people we should be supporting, not these sellouts like a Daniel Caesar. I saw that there's this black woman on Twitter, I think she's like a self-harm activist or something. She's like, well, he does have a point. You're completely canceled. I will never support you or any projects that you have going on. But it's funny how people are trying to make it seem like, oh yeah, you know, some of what he said is true. It's not true. Black people are some of the most forgiving people to a fault. It is disgusting how people can kill us, kill our children, prevent you from getting a quality job, all these things to you that impedes your quality of life, and we still will forgive them, beg them to love us, and look to them for validation. So to know that black people are overly forgiving with these people, even though they have tried to literally literally destroy us. And you really try to pin this hate campaign onto black people knowing that they initiated it. I'm completely canceling you forever. I don't even want an apology from you. And we need to start moving like the Sikh people, okay? You saw what happened with Jess Hilarious, where people are now trying to paint her a racist or whatever after she made the stupid comments that she did. She didn't even let a week go by before she came out and made an apology because these people put their foot on her freaking neck. Black people need to do the same thing. And this is how sick we are as a people, that you can say whatever you want about black people, more specifically black women. Nobody bats an eye, nobody gives a F. Notice men like Daniel Caesar and those like are not going to come to Jess Hilarious defense because of the statements that she made. But a racist can make all the statements in the world about black women like a YESJULZ. They don't even ask these men for protection, nor do they look for these men for forgiveness. They don't even say that they're sorry, and they're there to lend a hand readily. Don't go to his concerts, don't go buy an album, don't follow him on Instagram, don't follow him on Twitter. Y'all need to pay this snaggletooth fruit bat looking naked mole rat complete and utter dust. If you don't get it by now and you still want to sit over here and jump on the coon bandwagon, go ahead and do that. But I hope that you save all the coins that you got left, because I will never support you in freaking life. And if you get shot between that chinny chin chin gap of yours by the police, or whatever happens to you, or they decide to do a hashtag mute Daniel Caesar because they said you were pushing yourself on one of these quack women, I'm not saying a goddamn thing. So anyways, you guys, please let me know what you think about the video, what you think about some of our men defending YESJULZ, and also please tell me what you think about the whole John Mayer and Dave Chappelle situation where you called him gay. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!